Are you tired, experiencing brain fog, and just not feeling well, even though you're eating well and exercising? Well, the truth is, most people unknowingly are deficient in certain key nutrients. Nutrients that don't always get the spotlight, like vitamin C or calcium, but they're absolutely essential for your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Krystosik, and today I'm going to share with you 5 of them that may be deficient in your diet, or you may not be absorbing them efficiently, and how to make sure you get the most out of these forms of vitamins, the most absorbable forms of these nutrients. It's important to understand that vitamins and minerals require cofactors, other nutrients that assure maximum absorption occurs when you take in supplements or you take in food. They really help to make a big difference. Well, let's get started with the first one, magnesium. This mineral is the #1 most common deficient nutrient in the United States. Research studies show that about 70%, a whopping 70% of the U.S. population under 71, and about 80% of people over 71 years, they consume less than the daily requirements of magnesium. And the daily requirements are really low to begin with. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions inside your body. It helps regulate your energy production, muscle function, blood sugar levels, and even sleep. The problem is the standard American diet, SAD, highly processed foods, junk food, they're stripped of this vital mineral. Even healthy foods like vegetables don't have as much magnesium as they used to because of the poor farming techniques. The soils of modern farming methods are depleted of the mineral magnesium especially. And if you struggle with muscle cramps, anxiety, or poor sleep, magnesium deficiency could be the culprit. To get more magnesium, focus on getting organic, leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and dark chocolate. Yeah, even dark chocolate, but make sure that you don't get very much sugar along with it. That's rich in magnesium when you get chocolate. That's a good source of it. You can buy sugar-free and add sweeteners like raw honey, coconut sugar, or better yet, add monk fruit to your unsweetened chocolate treats. Now, the second hidden nutrient is vitamin K2. You might have heard about vitamin K, mostly for blood clotting, but K2 is different, and most people don't get enough of it. You see, K2 helps direct calcium into your bones and teeth, and it gets it away from clogging up your arteries, where it can cause dangerous calcification and heart attacks and strokes. Without enough K2, you might be taking calcium supplements that actually do more harm than good. You see, foods rich in K2 include things like natto, a fermented soy food, and that contains significant levels of K2. And there are certain cheeses, especially sheep and goat cheese, and egg yolks, and pasture-fed animal products. Now, if you've never heard of vitamin K2 before, now you know why it's so important. The third nutrient is the mineral zinc. Zinc is a powerhouse for your immune system, for hormone balance and mood healing, and even taste and smell. Yet many people are deficient in this vital mineral. I do a simple zinc taste test for my patients to check for their zinc nutrient status. So you can ask maybe your doctor to do that, but they probably won't because it's only functional medicine doctors who do that kind of test. When you have low levels of zinc, it can show up with frequent colds and flus, and slow wound healing, and thinning hair, or even low testosterone levels in men. To boost zinc, include foods like nuts and seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, and beans and legumes and whole grains, and animal proteins that's pasture fed. Now, the fourth nutrient may surprise you. It's choline. Choline is essential for brain health, memory, and liver function. It's also vital during pregnancy for fetal development. But here's the catch. Most people don't get enough of it because the richest sources are foods that many people avoid, like egg yolks. Make sure you get them organic. It makes a huge difference. You see, a deficiency in choline can contribute to a fatty liver, to brain fog, and a lot of memory issues. So don't be afraid of eating egg yolks and eggs. Eat the whole food and get ones that are organically raised and pasture raised. They're one of the best sources of this hidden nutrient. Eat cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. These are all good sources of this vital nutrient choline. And soy foods. And yes, once again, even chocolate. And finally, the fifth nutrient is the omega-3 fatty acid. Yes, the omega-3 fats are talked a lot about, but the reality is that 90% of Americans don't get enough of it daily. You see, these essential fats reduce inflammation, they protect your heart, support the immune system, your brain health, and even improve the mood and help things like anxiety and depression. The problem is that our modern diet is overloaded with omega-6 fats from processed vegetable oils, like hydrogenated oils, which create imbalances in the omega-3 fats and they fuel inflammation. Now, to restore balance, add fatty fish like salmon. Make sure it's wild caught, sardines and mackerel to your meals at least twice a week. If you don't eat fish, consider a high-quality algae-based omega-3 supplement. So let's recap what we've just gone over. The 5 hidden nutrients you're most likely missing are magnesium, K2, zinc, choline, and omega-3 fatty acids. Each one plays a unique and powerful role in your health, and getting more of them can make a huge difference in your energy, your mood, and your long-term wellness, especially your immune system. And as I promised, I told you I was going to let you know about a simple blood test you can do to check the nutrient status of 31 different essential nutrients. It's called the micronutrient test, and it's a very valuable test, and I do it with all my patients when I'm looking at their metabolic health. See, it's entirely different than the standard blood test that's done by conventional doctors for nutrients like iron or calcium or potassium or sodium. You see, the typical blood test is looking at the external levels of the nutrients. It gives you an estimate of the short-term level of nutrients just over days. And it's not going to help you to look at the long-term levels. Now, the micronutrient blood test is analyzing the level of nutrients inside of each cell, its long-term status. It's the level of nutrients over a 3 to 6 month period of time frame. So the take-home message is this. Remember, food is your best medicine. And by making small shifts in your daily diet, you can protect yourself from nutrient gaps that silently chip away at your health and cause nutrient deficiencies. Now, my friend, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share it with a friend, and leave a comment below. Which of the nutrients do you think you might be missing? Let's talk about it. Just share that comment with me. And don't forget to follow us on social media. I post 2 times per day. I also have a podcast called The Other Side of Medicine. So until next time, I'm Dr. Krystosik, and here's to your health.